everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today and welcome to Hot Jobs at HireMilitary. Thank you so much for joining us today. We would love to get to know more about you, the people we have tuning in. What branches of service do we have representing us today? So please share that in the comments and tell us where you're tuning in from. I'm Kate Wood. I'm a recruiter here at HireMilitary. I'm an Army veteran and a military spouse and currently stationed near Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. Today I have with me Matt Hart, who's a Marine veteran and an account manager here at HireMilitary. Matt, why don't you tell us a little more about yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Kate. So just like Kate said, I recently retired from the Marine Corps after about 17 years. So I'm over in South Carolina right now. I'm still near Paris Island. And, I'm looking to either stay out here in South Carolina or go somewhere in Tennessee. We're kind of just toying around with, what we want to do. I can speak to the skill bridge thing, like just same with Alex. We're both HireMilitary interns at one point. We used the skill bridge program with HireMilitary. We've used it so we can really, speak to what the program does.
Great. Thanks so much, Matt. That is awesome that you are now on the other side of transition and you work remote for us, which is awesome. So you can move around the states wherever it fits best for your family. And I'm so happy that your internship worked out so well and we brought you on here full time. So that's great. Alex, next up, he's an Army vet and an account manager here at HireMilitary as well. Alex, tell everyone about yourself.
Thanks, Kate. Yeah, I'm Alex. I, just like Matt, I recently retired from the Army. Currently here in Washington State. So I'm co-located near JBLM, Bremerton Naval Base, Bangor Naval Base, and just around the corner, Everett Naval Base. So if you're within the area, just reach out and we can get connected.
That'd be awesome. I know that'd be wonderful if someone could meet in person too, to pick your brain about your transition or skill bridge or other things we offer at HireMilitary too. That'd be awesome as well. So on that, yeah, keep typing in where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know where in the country, or if you're stationed at Oconus as well, what bases we have everyone tuning in from or locations. So like I mentioned before, at HireMilitary, we have opportunities for the entire military community. Whether you are a transitioning service member, a veteran, or a military spouse, we offer both direct hire, full-time opportunities, as well as our DoD SkillBridge internships. We have links in the description for both our careers pages and the internships available. So please, whether you are from any of those different demographics, we have something for you. So please check out those links to see all of our opportunities. Today, we are going to be focusing on SkillBridge. So if you're not familiar with the DoD SkillBridge program, let me tell you a little bit more about it. The SkillBridge program is designed for active duty service members in their last 180 days of service. It's an opportunity for service members to gain valuable civilian work experience through industry training, apprenticeships, and internships during their last 180 days of service. So you would commit to your SkillBridge internship, and you would be doing that while you're still on active duty. So you're still on active duty, you're still being paid by the military, still receiving the military benefits, but you are technically loaned out to an organization to conduct an internship. And you would report to them, to the organization that you find your internship with, and work with them on a day-to-day basis. And it really is such a great opportunity. Just understand different roles, different industries, different organizations, and how they work. And it really does help you to transition into a civilian career. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt and Alex, but I think that we have about a 95% hire rate. Mm-hmm. So people that have conducted SkillBridge internships through our organization have received offers 95% of the time. So that is a really good rate. And really exciting for service members that if they really enjoyed their internship, they've enjoyed the role, they've enjoyed the organization, they can look to receive an offer for full-time employment after their internship, which is amazing. Right now, we have over 250 different SkillBridge internship opportunities available for transitioning service members, all with flexible start dates. So you can plan according to your timeline for how you want to plan out your transition. You can even negotiate the length of your internship. And if you don't have a degree, that's not a problem. We have many internships at different skill levels with or without degrees. So everything from entry-level roles to more senior-level positions, we have it for you. And our staff of veterans and military spouses can make your transition successful. We help you translate your military experience into an ideal resume for these different employers as well. So we help you through every step of the process. We even provide the paperwork and walk you through the entire process to get command approval, which I know can be a headache sometimes. So our awesome account managers like Alex and Matt that we have here today help you through that entire process. And if you have organizations that you've already looked into that you think would be really interesting that aren't currently one of our partners, please bring that to the attention of one of our account managers. We can partner with companies to create your own SkillBridge internship. So really, if you want any information at all more about this, please just let us know in the chat. Say SkillBridge information. Type that in the chats, and one of our account managers or our HM account will get back to you and provide that information as well. So really, anything that you're looking for, whether it's a certain type of SkillBridge or some sort of direct hire full-time employment, if you're outside of that 180-day window, please just let us know. Let us know you're looking for direct hire full-time employment. And then myself and our recruiting team will get a hold of you as well. So we have something for everyone here. That's something that we're very proud of at HireMilitary. So I will get into what we're actually talking about today, which is our SkillBridge internships. So Matt is going to go first. He has a lot of really great opportunities that he's going to share with us. So Matt, I'd love to hear about the first role.
All right, thanks, Kate. So with Schneider Electric is one of the companies that we have, and we have a ton of internships. There's over 25 of them available with Schneider right now. And one of the first ones I'll talk about is sales, and it's available in a lot of different locations. I think sales is something that's kind of undervalued coming out of the military. There's a ton of people out there that are very qualified to do something in sales, especially if you want to get your foot in the door to a certain business or just a general industry. It's a very good opportunity to get involved with. They do want you to have some type of background with electrical work, especially like HVAC and things like that, but they do value your military experience. It's in the job descriptions. They want, relevant experience to be able to get added into it. So if you're missing certain types, it really comes in handy. Some of the positions are available in Baltimore, Maryland, the District of Columbia up in DC, Texas. It's just a broad area. You're more of an independent person at that point. And there's some in San Diego and Los Angeles, California. So it's really across the country for sales. There's a lot of good opportunities for this. If somebody has instructor experience, recruiting experience, just being able to stand in front of groups of people and being able to talk to them, good communication skills, those are some things that are very highly valued when it comes to like the sales world. So again, it's a great opportunity to get your foot in the door to the business too.
Great. And from a recruiter standpoint, when I see someone that has sales experience, it usually tells me that they're very good, both client facing and knowing the internal workings of an organization. So sales experience is a great way to just build a career post-military. So this does sound like an amazing role. Thank you. Great. So you have another role with Schneider Electric, which is service tech or systems tech.
Yeah. So this is one. It's two different roles, but they're very similar, and they're in a lot of different locations that I'll list off here in a second. But so if somebody has experience, some actually don't require hardly any experience at all. Others do. Some require degrees, some don't. You can check out all the job descriptions for these and get specifics for each one. But if you have any experience with HVAC, troubleshooting control systems, familiar with electronic control systems, drawings, estimates, things like that, this would be a pretty good fit for you. Some people with like engineering backgrounds and engineering degrees, computer science, things like that. There's opportunities in Pleasanton, California, a couple different places in Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Illinois, Texas, North Carolina, Virginia, and Ohio. I had to read off all those. I'm not remembering all these things, but there's just so many of them out there that, it's all over the country, and they're really looking to bring on a lot of talent. They have even more positions that are available. But if you reach out to me specifically for this company, I'll be able to kind of help point you in the right direction and get you in the right hands with what it is you want to do. It's not limited to what I just talked about for these types of roles. The service technician, you're more working on the material, and the systems tech, you're more doing like troubleshooting, things like that.
Great. Thank you so much, Matt. And again, if I hadn't mentioned it previously, If you're interested in any of these roles specifically, you can type the company or the name of the role, Schneider Electric Sales or Schneider Electric Service Tech, Systems Tech, right into the chats. And that'll let us know that we need to reach out to you directly, or one of the account managers needs to reach out to you directly about that role. Or if it's a location, if you Texas internships, type that into the chat too, and we can reach out to you. So definitely, as we're going along here throughout this broadcast, anything that seems interesting to you, if you just type the title of the role we're talking about, or the company, or the location, those are all ways that we know specifically what to reach out to you about. So with that, you have one more role with Schneider Electric as a software engineer.
Yeah, so there's 3 different software positions that are available. They're in Illinois, Maryland, and New Jersey. A lot of it, software development. So they do need people that are great with computers, that computer science background. There's a lot of people that get out of the military, like communications, that have that right military background. Just a lot of people have this as a hobby, of software development. It's something that a lot of people walk away from the military with that can be used for these positions. And again, if you want to get into the electrical industry, you're good with computers, I think the opportunities are endless with this. You just have a lot of potential for growth within an organization like this, and it's just added value and experience for the company.
Great. Thank you so much for that. Again, those are all roles with a company called Schneider Electric. And the next company you have is called Premise Data, and your first role is a strategic solutions consultant. I'd love to hear more.
Yeah, so these are in Hawaii. I got 2 of them with Premise. So never heard of Premise Data. It's like a worldwide network analytical platform. It brings visibility from hard to reach places, hard to see places, and they have an app. People go out and they get information from certain areas. If you go on like Google Maps and you look up a certain area, and it has all this information. So before you even get there, the area, what's around the area. These roles are going to focus strictly on Central Asia. That's going to be the focus for the role. It's located in Hawaii, but you're doing the analysis, you're doing all these things for Central Asia. You're basically enabling other people to make decisions, move faster and smarter, but you're on the ground, collecting data is what you're doing. And this is for people that have like an intelligence background, intelligence operations. They want people like special operations experience, but that intel and operations background is huge. For this one specifically, they want some of a TSSCI clearance, sorry, spaced out. They want that clearance level, or you're able to obtain it. But, obviously if you have it, you're going to be, sought out a little bit more. But you're working with the public sector, and you're taking their needs, and you're actually designing how this data is going to be collected. These end users, they tell them, hey, this is what I need, this is where I want it, and then you're the one making the decisions on, how are you using this data and technology to be able to get what they need. You're taking their RFIs, you're going out to these deployable areas, and you're trying to bring in all this information. You're interpreting it in order to put it into this big platform, big cloud, if you will, where people can, find the information.
That's great. And I just, again, from the recruiting perspective, careers in data engineering, data analytics are definitely not going away. As we've seen, there's huge trends in tech. You've maybe heard the term before that data is currency. Being able to manipulate and understand and work with data analytics, data engineering is huge. There's nowhere to go but up in careers like that. So these are really great roles to kind of have an entry point into an organization and maybe launch yourself into a career in those regards. So really great to see internships like this. You have another internship with them as well, a customer success operations specialist.
Yep. So this is it's closely related. So this one, you need a secret clearance for it. Bachelor's degree is preferred, but again, if you have the right background, operations, even like the combat arms folks, myself and Alex specifically, a lot of people, and I saw some in the comments earlier, it's like, there's not a lot of opportunity for me, but there really is. And this is one of them that you have available. If you have the right background and you have, that data analytics background, the operations perspective, what's in certain areas, what information people are going to need. It's a good opportunity, but you're focusing on the data collection strategies. You're working on the design for how things are going to get done and the requirements that that users are going to want. And you're doing like an initial analysis of the results before it gets passed up through your leadership, for some like the chain of command. But you're the ones that are actually, helping coordinate the development of project plans, things like that.
That's great. Thank you so much, Matt. These sound really exciting. Again, various locations for these roles, as well as Hawaii. That's sometimes, we have people transitioning from the bases over there. You have internships now that you can still do on site in Hawaii as well. So if you are interested in any of these positions that Matt just discussed, or the ones you'll hear about later, again, type that specific position or the organization in the chats. Or if you know someone else that isn't on the broadcast today, but might be interested, tag them in the chats as well. So we can reach out to them and just have their information as well. So great, Matt, or Alex, we're going to continue with you. You have a lot of really great organizations that you have partnered with here, locations across the country as well. The first being San Diego Water Authority.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. So I'm excited about these opportunities that I'm about to share with you all, being from the great city of San Diego. But also I would like to add that Matt made a great point in terms of those folks in the combat arms community. Just don't feel discouraged in terms of your experience. There's a lot of transferable skills that we have. So if you have any issues like that, just reach out in the comments or message one of us personally. Well, we'd love to help mentor you through the process. With that, so San Diego Water Authority, they're an independent public agency that serves as San Diego County's regional water wholesaler. They provide safe and reliable water supply to 24 member agencies and 3.3 million residents across San Diego County. So one of the opportunities they have is an instrument technician. What you'll be responsible for is to test, troubleshoot, calibrate, repair, and perform preventative maintenance on electrical, telecommunication, networking equipment, and instrument systems for large state-of-the-art pipeline systems. So if you're interested in that technical side and utilizing instruments, also to being in San Diego, if you're in the neighboring bases, whether it be 32nd Street, Coronado, or even Camp Pendleton, you have a great opportunity to be a part of this organization. So qualifications for this role: high school diploma, 2 years experience in the design, installation, maintenance, and repair of electronic equipment for large waterworks.
Great.
So next up, I have maintenance worker. So here you'll be responsible for performing the construction and installation, repair, and maintenance of the aqueduct pipeline, dams, and related equipment and facilities. You will meter valve stations, culverts, drains, pipes, shop offices, and other facilities. You can also utilize various light and medium equipment such as dump trucks, skip loaders, mowers, to maintain various landscaping. If you're interested in this position, or if you're interested with working with your hands, having pretty much a mobile office around San Diego, and get to drive and operate real life Tonka trucks, this is your opportunity. Qualifications for this role is high school diploma and 1 year experience with utility or public works or related maintenance and construction work. Let's see. Next up, I have fleet mechanic. So these responsibilities will, for the service member, you'll diagnose and perform major and minor repairs for company vehicles. You'll conduct service and preventative maintenance for construction equipment such as heavy trucks, backhoes, company cars, and light trucks. If you're interested in turning wrenches or being a part of a team that helps facilitate the fleet for this company, all it requires is a high school diploma, 2 years experience in maintenance or repairs of vehicles with construction equipment.
Great. These sound like amazing roles for some of our MOSs that were maybe in the motor pool, or your drivers, your mechanics. You have directly transferable skills with organizations that would really love to have military talent come on. So those are great roles.
Absolutely.
And we have some more with the San Diego Water Authority, but these are in accounting.
Correct. We do. So if you're into the finance career path, we do have an accountant and an accountant assistant opportunity. So for the accountant, you'll be responsible for reviewing invoices and supporting documentation for accounts payable and disbursements. You will analyze and prepare reports on revenue estimates, expenditures, and fund conditions. You will reconcile transactions, reports, compile and prepare periodic financial schedules in support of the accountant supervisor. If you're interested in strategic work environment to support a successful company budget, this is your skill bridge. Qualifications for this role, you would need a bachelor's degree in an accredited college or university in accounting, finance, or business administration. Experience in the use of spreadsheet software is highly desirable. So for a lot of us service members that were using Excel spreadsheets like first thing in the morning, this might be your opportunity. So for the accounting assistant, obviously you would be in support of the accountant, but you would review accounts payable invoices for required approvals and ensure they are accurate and complete. You will generate invoice payment reports and work with departments and vendors to resolve discrepancies and invoice problems. You will monitor and allocate costs by performing monthly reconciliations of assigned counts. If you're interested in pursuing a career in finance or accounting, this is your chance. Your qualifications would require a high school diploma and 1 year experience performing financial and record keeping duties. So for you all service members that you were in finance or potentially like a yeoman or S1, this could be your opportunity to make a pathway in the accounting industry.
Great. Thanks so much. That's great opportunities in San Diego. And you have another one in San Diego as well.
Oh, yeah. So Otay Water District. So they are a water, recycled water, and sewer service provider. So this district specifically provides water service to customers within roughly 125 square miles of the southeastern San Diego County. So like Otay District, Del Zura, stuff like that. And the reason why I know that is I actually grew up in this location. So it's kind of near and dear to my heart. So Otay Water District is looking for an instrument technician. So your responsibilities, you would operate all electrical and electronic test equipment, including meggers, ammeters, voltmeters, multimeters, calibrators, and signal generators. You would perform troubleshooting, installation, maintenance, and calibration of all process and analytical instrumentation. So if you're interested in like a technical challenge in rebuilding electrical equipment, this could be your skill bridge. So qualifications for this role be a high school diploma and at least 3 years electronic instrumentation experience, including one year experience of SCADA instrument systems. So I know a lot of sailors have this specific rate. So if you're interested and you're interested in relocating to San Diego, just reach out and I can get you connected.
Great. Sounds like an amazing role. Wonderful. And the next company you have is Wärtsilä Defense.
Correct. So I'm excited about this is because they're offering 3 different locations. So first and foremost, they were the primary location was San Diego, but I was able to open up the opportunities. So for those of you that are not only stationed in San Diego, Washington, Poulsbo specifically, and Chesapeake, Virginia. If you're in those neighboring areas, this is an opportunity for you guys. So Wärtsilä Defense, for over 35 years, this company has been in service to the U.S. Navy and the Coast Guard by providing innovative maritime systems, parts, and services. So they're actually the primary supplier of shaft seals to nearly all surface fleet vessels in America. So Wärtsilä specifically is looking for a propeller technician. Your responsibilities will be to inspect, measure, and restore out of the tolerance conditions for all the customer products. You will perform detailed measurements using standard and precision measurement tooling such as micrometers, verniers, and various inspection gauges. You will repair and verify all areas of the propellers by using approved procedures and engineered drawings. So if you're interested in working with like CNC machines and making really cool stuff for the military, and have experience working with gauging, hand tools, air and electric tools, this could be a skill bridge for you. Also for the Navy personnel who could potentially be a machinist mate, hall tech, or manual machinist as far as your rate goes, this could be an easy lateral transfer post-military. Qualifications for this role, high school diploma, machinist experience, and basic knowledge of hand and air tools. Attention to detail, I have to emphasize on attention to detail. So the company representatives wanted to make this public is that you don't necessarily need this experience, but you have to come forward with a great work ethic. Some of their greatest machinists have been like cooks and random MOSs or rates in the military. So all experiences are welcome to this company. Just make sure you have that type of work ethic.
Great. So great to see companies that really understand and value military talent and know that
Absolutely.
the work ethic, the character, personalities of service members is some of our greatest strengths. So it's great to see organizations that see that as well. Wonderful. And the next company you have is Klockner Pentaplast, located in Virginia.
Yep. So Klockner Pentaplast, they're a plastics manufacturing company that is purpose-driven to deliver sustainable protection of everyday needs. So they actually create plastics for food packaging, like yogurts that you see in grocery stores, pharmaceutical and medical device films like you see in like medication in all pharmacies. So this company's product is everywhere. So they're looking for a HSSE safety specialist. So their responsibilities would be assisting in maintaining the site's industrial hygiene, sampling and guidance from the HSSE manager. You will maintain the site's SDS and HAZCOM program, so all the hazardous material. You will prepare and oversee waste disposal activities, including prepping required government reports. So if you're interested in the health, safety, security, and environment for the organization, this could be a skill bridge for you. Qualifications for this program or for this role would be an associate's or bachelor's in a technical discipline, preferably in the science of safety, industrial hygiene, or environmental engineering. But 5 years experience in safety or health would be considered in lieu of education. So they keep that in mind. For those service members that don't specifically have that MOS or rate in the military, your experience could potentially have you qualified for this role.
Oops, sorry, I was on mute there.
Well, I thought that was me.
Nope, it's all me. That's me. Your last role we have is with a company called Shin-Etsu Microsci out of Arizona.
Correct. So Shin-Etsu Microsci, it's the world's largest supplier of semiconductor silicone and chemicals to the semiconductor industry, synthetic quartz, glass, and PVC. They're also Japan's top producer of silicone and has grown to a group of more than 103 companies worldwide. Sorry, technical difficulties. So as a production operator, which is the role that they're seeking, you will perform hardware and equipment testing, preventative maintenance, and operate all equipment, including tanks, mixers, scales, meters, pumps, to measure, weigh, and mix, prepare raw material. You also assist in maintenance checks and calibration, and repairs for all essential equipment. You also have an opportunity to obtain various hazmat certifications required by the company. So if you're interested in the production side of the house, as well as the hazmat industry, and a company that provides endless growth, this is your skill bridge. And the reason why I say endless growth is that the team over at Shin-Etsu is very adamant on bringing on service members, potential candidates, but based on their experience, could provide more avenues and growth through the company. So for example, like you take on a role and then you're very strong in operations management, that could potentially open up an operations management role for you. So qualifications for this specific role as a production operator: high school diploma, 3 years experience in manufacturing, or 1 year experience with chemicals. So any of you CBURN service members out there, this could potentially be your role. If you do have a bachelor's degree in a scientific field, chemical mixing experience, or hazmat training, that's very highly desirable for the company.
Great. Thank you so much, Alex, and Matt as well, for sharing all these amazing opportunities for our transitioning service members when it comes to SkillBridge internships. So again, if you're interested in any of these opportunities, please just type your name in the chats with a specific company or specific role or location. If there's a state that you're really looking for an internship in, one of our account managers will reach out to you directly. But also veterans and military spouses as well. We'd love to hear from you. What types of roles, what types of industries, what locations are you looking for careers in as well? We want to know that so that we can find opportunities for you as well. So in terms of applying for these roles, if you're interested in any of these SkillBridge internships, the link will be in the description as well, or you can apply at HireMilitary.us. And once you're registered, you are in our system, and our account managers will be able to better assist you. So please connect with Alex, connect with Matt, connect with myself on LinkedIn. We'd love to help follow along on your transition and provide any insights or advice that we can as well. So thank you so much for hanging out with us today and learning more about these SkillBridge internships. We host our Hot Jobs with HireMilitary every Tuesday afternoon. So please tune in next week for another Hot Jobs with HireMilitary. Take care. Bye.